What's up guys, Ace here. Today we're bringing you guys a preview discussion for The God of High School, episode 13. Episode 12 was crazy, of course. However, there was a lot more fight and then talk, and so this is going to be a bunch of speculation, especially with like all the things that we had to happen. So first and foremost, I guess, rip to the alchemist, the dude that was a member of the Six, who wanted to get revenge for his son, because it looked like he's gone. It looks like it. I don't read the actual original source material, and so I don't know if he'll be replaced at all or if he's actually gone for good, but it looks like he's gone. And that means there's only 5 now, the 5. But maybe he'll be back. Maybe someone will take his place. And it was unfortunate because it looked like he could single-handedly, maybe all the other members could do this, but like only at the cost of their life. But like it looked like he could single-handedly take care of King, aka the cult leader, aka the leader of Nox. So that was kind of crazy. That was the thing that happened. Not only that, he also ended up teleporting everyone into a safer area, part of Japan, which is actually kind of cool. I'm sorry, it's Korea. I'm sorry, Korea. And that was cool. Like he just single-handedly removed everyone, and besides, of course, King and himself. I think that was kind of cool. That was a pretty huge feat, especially because we haven't seen that large of a feat from like the other members of the Six, such as Park Mujin. I think he's a member of the member 6, right? I think I remember looking up who the member of the Sixes are. And yeah, that's pretty crazy. We also have the whole thing where Dowie and Mira have Chariots, especially with Dowie, because we haven't seen him before having a Chariot, but like last episode, very, very briefly, I have been waiting to save it until I master it. I wanted to keep it a secret. I was like, that's pretty smooth storytelling right there. That was just like a smooth way to sort of pump up Dowie. Because I've been saying before, like we've seen Mira get their upgrade, their power up. We've seen Mori get their power up, sort of, and that he's sort of copying abilities, techniques. And then also we have a small Chariot from Mori probably. And so it seemed like Dowie needed his power up. However, I think that sort of including that Dowie's been trying to master their Chariots until now seemed like a smooth way to introduce that. Especially seeing that, like, I don't know, like that, because everyone else in the tournament was using their Chariots, it seems like he's putting himself at a disadvantage to not use it. And it's like, what's the point? Like, he could have very much sooner been able to take care of Jin Mori to save his friend's life if he had used his Chariot, if he had known how to use it by then, right? It's like, come on, what are you doing? Anyways, we have Mori sitting in front of what it seems to be like a new, if not like person of legend, a god that is like Jagal, because he ate the key. And I'm not sure if the key can get beaten out of him again, but this was literally like some Aizen type stuff happening here, where he literally was like became a baby. So he was like rebirthed, became a baby, and then the baby grew wings, and he became like an angel with like horns and like a third eye. And it's just like, okay, not only are there no members of the Six near around, all the people that are around are absolutely weak / destroyed thanks to previous events, such as the Nox leader, and Mori, Dowie, and first of all, Mira as well, but not first of all Mira. The Nox leader, King, it looks like for the most part he won't be doing too much, although I'm not sure what his allegiance to Jagal is. I'm not sure if it's like, it looks like he's trying to get the key too, and Jagal had his own ideas in mind, and so like they're probably not friends. It looks like they just had the same enemies, maybe, perhaps. That is like Mori, I guess Mori and his crew could be considered like the enemies of the Nox Empire. Anyways, he's completely like tattered and destroyed because of the alchemist dude, member of the Six, that like completely Mount Rushmore and like Madara style Chibaku, is it Chibaku Tensei, where he summons the meteor, and he's summoning the meteor into the Mount Rushmore heads from the nukes into the back of the freaking Buddha statue is kind of nutty. I'm surprised he's still alive, and it's like, how the heck did he live that? Like, did he have some sort of like force field up? That's kind of crazy. How do you live that? That hands down is like the greatest technique I think I've seen in this anime. It's super cool. But yeah, so King is still alive. I don't think he's gonna be doing anything great, but he might pull something up. But the fact that we have Jagal in this new state is probably pretty problematic, because we also have the members of the Six teleported way off in a distance, and I have no clue how fast, and this is including the commissioners too, and everyone in Tokyo. We don't have no clue how fast they can get to Mori, or if they even know Mori's in any sort of danger. However, we do have knowledge that like there's a sort of thing of like a feeling of power in this anime. So maybe if they do feel like there's this huge power in anime, in this anime, that they'll sense that, hey, someone's eating the key, or at least they can sense the key in someone or something like that, and then they'd have to like jet there for like Mori and his friend's sake. Otherwise, it's like they're toast. Especially because like how incompetent it felt like Mori was. It was. I feel like he got grabbed pretty easily in the last episode, episode 12. He got grabbed incredibly easily. Especially like knowing that like he had a conversation with Yippo saying, hey, all you had to do is not put this in the hands of Jagal. Otherwise, he'd have unfathomable power. But he could do the one thing. And I don't know if I can blame him, to be honest, though. Because, like, compared to everyone else, Jin Mori has been feeling a little lackluster since, like, his battle with Yippo in the tourney. Where, like, he looked like he had summoned the something? Some sort of Chariot, and like he hasn't been displaying any of it, or doesn't know how to display it, which is kind of crazy, because it seemed like that was more of I guess sort of like an awakening, a transformative moment where like in the heat of battle, Jin Mori knew he needed to do something, and thus he awakened the ability to use his Chariot. And it's like okay, maybe it's triggered by something, like maybe near certain death, but it's like it didn't trigger for that reason in the tourney. So like, what triggered it in the tourney? Why isn't it not triggering now? I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's got to get it next episode. He's gotta. Like, this is the perfect scenario in which like Jin Mori would need to get his Chariot awakened, or at least have like some semblance of knowledge of like how to use it or something like that, right? So that'll be interesting to see next episode. And of course, how fast it takes for everyone to come back and help Mori. It looks like for the most part, like this is like the very beginning of the anime of the story. Actually, come think of it, because it looks like for the most part that since there's like these new realms and stuff, it looks like that is the realm of God, when he showed that King had opened up the gate, and then there's like this huge teleportation stuff where like Mujin teleported Yippo and everyone else, and there's some other stuff. It's like this is like all very new stuff that just got introduced. So it looks like this is probably pretty early inside of the story in general. So like maybe we still don't get anything from Mori next episode, and like there's some weird Deus Ex Machina thing happening, and thus still preventing us from seeing what Mori gets to have as a Chariot. I don't know, but I definitely want to see the actual mangaka. Is that what it's called? No. The light novel. I think, that'll be interesting. Not only that, because like I think the light novel's colored too, so like, that's actually going to be a new experience. I've only read manga where it's like all black and white, and so this will be interesting. The webtoon. So I'm super pumped. I don't know if I want. I guess it depends if there's actually a next episode, if this will be the last episode or what. But that'll be interesting to see. I think that is about it, though. We haven't really had too much else to speculate about. The only other people that could do something in this scenario is Yippo, but it looks like for the most part he's gone. However, what was kind of disappointing in the last episode too, seeing is like the episode's name was Fox God, yet there wasn't really too much related to Fox, but there was some related to God. But maybe it's like in correlation between like the two. Like there was the whole the whole Buddha statue. I have to lose the name of it. The whole Buddha statue, and then there was like the whole thing with the fox being released, having its key revealed or whatever. That was the thing. So yeah, I'm super curious what's gonna happen here. Also, does this mean because Yippo had his key removed from him, does this mean he still has his Chariot or doesn't have a Chariot or something? Because it seems kind of like coincidental that like this fox god would have the key. Not only is it like the strongest of like a lot of the Chariots because it's the fox that defied God, it seems like it was the key they were waiting for, and thus having it knocked out, it's like, does he also lose his Chariot? I don't know. We haven't seen that yet. That might come up too in the next episode when, like, if Yippo awakens or something like that, or recovers fast enough, maybe he'll be there to fight against Jagal for a final fight, which is actually kind of interesting too, because then we have like this whole thing where the main character isn't actually the chosen one for once. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below about this and with the episode 13, what might happen. But other than that, peace out, guys, and have a nice one.